Okay, right, we're live at 5. I think. Are we on time? No, I don't think we are on time. I don't think we're anywhere near on time. Let's turn that off for a second before I set fire to myself. Okay, guys, welcome back to Roberts & Co. Welcome back to London. Another live joy making session. I've got a lot of projects on the go at the moment. One of them I restarted in yesterday's live stream. At some point last year, I was making some wire to make some of our wedding bands. 18 carat. I'm making 18 carat 2mm core, and I need to make sure that's clean before that's dropped it in all of that silver. And 2x1mm D shape in sterling silver. So yeah, it's a project I believe I started last year, Christmas, which seems like a lifetime ago, doesn't it? But as soon as Black Friday weekend kicks in, it's just chaos. So anything that wasn't urgent, and these weren't at the time, but they are becoming urgent now, got sidelined. And yeah, I picked them up again yesterday, and we re-annealed this because I wasn't sure, because of where I just put them to one side, I wasn't entirely sure what stage we were at. So these got re-annealed. These were 2.5mm square yesterday. I'll give you a little close up of these. This is sterling silver wire that we made, and I'd obviously rolled it down to about 2.5mm. Today, after annealing it in yesterday's live stream, I've put it through the D sections on one of our rolling mills just to get it started for the draw plate process. That will be going through a 50% ratio draw plate, this one. So it is, we could have gone straight into the draw plates, but it's actually quicker. It seems, in my experience, to require less annealing. The more you can draw, the closer you can get using rolling mills before you switch to draw plates, the less annealing, so therefore the quicker the process is. This 18 carat I've gone into, I probably should have made the wire slightly smaller actually than 2.5mm, but live and learn. But it could have been down to 2mm because it will get wider. But this is going to be 2mm D, so I've actually already started. I think I'm on to hole 6 of this core draw plate, but we've got to get all the way down like there, and you can only go 2 or 3 holes before annealing. So we'll anneal this, anneal that, and then after this annealing, there was more scope it started to work harden, so I stopped rolling it, but I could take it down a little bit more maybe I will take it down a little bit more on the rolling mills. Yeah, I probably will. We can do a little bit more on the rolling mills with this before we go to the draw plates, because like I say, it does move the metal slightly more. It's just quicker. Yeah, right. Use 2 torches for this. We're on the coffee. It's pretty cold here, but I've been running that mic welder for a while to get it going. Take this scarf off. That's how cold it is in here. Wearing scarves indoors. Right, let's get going. YouTube copyright free music. Let's gas this up. They're more powerful when they're gassed up, fully gassed. So we'll get it up to a dull red. I think they call it cherry red. We'll get the metal up to a dull red. I let it go off the boil slightly, so I don't quench it when it's red hot. I let it cool, relatively speaking, cool slightly. It's still hot, just not red hot. kind of the colour we want right there. I'll just hold it at that. Make sure it's cooked through. Right, let's let that cool off a touch. Quench it, and then ultimately it will go in the pickle, which is below the water. It's quenching it in water. Right, this I've rounded off just because rather than doing it, it takes quite a lot of energy to do it in a long length. Rounding it off, rounding them off, it's quicker. I'll do them one at a time because the residual heat from that beneath it will help. Yeah, it's much quicker to get them up to temperature with these little torches when the wire's coiled. That is the kind of colour we want. Right, I'm just going to let that cool down a touch before I quench it. What I've found was certainly with silver, less so with gold, if you quench the silver when it's red hot, it takes on board water. Or worse, if you put quench it in the pickle, like if you quench it red hot, you get these little blisters. And when you roll it out, you can file them off. It doesn't go deep in, it's not like it doesn't take on board water like a sponge, really, but whatever porosity opens up in it before it's been peened. No, sorry, after it's been peened, it's been peened, these have been peened, but it's still, yeah, you know, these little blisters near the surface. Some of them are quite relatively big. And if you file them off slightly, when you're rolling it out or drawing it out, they come, once they get to the surface, you'll notice you get water, which is obviously not good for your roller. Yeah, effectively wring it back out like a sponge. It only notices when you're rolling it and drawing it, like, because you'll get the blisters will appear file them down, and then yeah, as you're rolling out the wire, water will appear. Not a lot, a tiny amount, but that's what those blisters are. They could be air as well, in theory, but they seem to appear when you quench things too quickly, red hot. It may, I don't know. See, most of the wire we roll out is hand poured by us. I don't know if the, I'd have to test it out. I think it still does, but to a lesser extent. There may be less porosity in wire from bullion dealers, so it may be less of an issue. But like I say, I do draw out the wire. Most of the wire we're rolling and drawing, we've hand poured. And I think whatever way bullion dealers make their wire is less prone to porosity. Just behaves differently. The stuff we pour, it behaves differently rolling it, drawing it, and even soldering it. It's the same stuff, but whatever they do, they're better at it. There's no denying that. Whatever kit they've got in terms of atmospheres they can create when they're pouring. Ooh, right, there we go. That is not going to fit in there, so right, that is it. So there'll be another update on that wire shortly because, yeah, the 18 karat gold is going to become port rings, and that silver wire is going to become D-shaped rings. You can guarantee I'm going to be live streaming, there's going to be a lot of rings, so it's definitely going to be live streamed. Right, I'll see you in the next one. Toodles.